Hello students, we are going to solve the questions related to chemical equations, right? I told you A plus B gives rise to C plus D. If the chemical equation is like this, you need to assume 1 mole of A reacts with 1 mole of A reacts with 1 mole of B, 1 mole of B and forms 1 mole of C and 1 mole of D. We need to assume like this. Nothing is there, we need to assume 1 over here. 1 mole of A reacts with 1 mole of B and forms 1 mole of C and 1 mole of D. If you write 2, 3 over here, we can write 1 mole of A reacts with 3 moles of B and forms 3 moles of B and forms 2 moles of C and 1 mole of D. First we need to decode the reaction like this, right? So 1 mole of A react with 3 moles of B, 1 mole of A react with 3 moles of B and forms 2 moles of C and 1 mole of D. We need to decode the reaction like this, right? So now I am jumping to the chemical equations and solving the problems, okay? If you take simple equation, first I will show you how to solve the problems, right? How to do the calculation for simple equation I will show you now. Then we will go for 2 more equations, how to solve the problems from chemical equations in mole concept, right? So if you take HCl plus NaOH, it will give NaCl plus H2O, okay? NaCl plus H2O. NaCl plus H2O. So first, if you suppose the question is given like this, okay? What is the mass of HCl needed and mass of NaCl produced with 80 grams of NaOH, acid base neutralization reaction. The question is given like this. What is the mass of HCl needed? Why he is asking needed here? It is on the reactant side, right? What is the mass of HCl needed? And mass of NaCl produced. It is a product. That's why he is mentioning products, right? NaCl is the product. That's why he is mentioning products. NaCl produced with 80 grams of NaOH. If you take, so he is giving the mass of the NaOH. He is giving the mass of the NaOH. He is giving the mass of NaOH and he is asking us to calculate the amount of HCl needed and NaCl produced. This is the simple acid-base neutralization reaction. That's why he mentioned here acid-base neutralization reaction. I show you now how to calculate this, right? I repeat, he has given the mass of the NaOH and he asked us to calculate the mass of HCl needed and the mass of NaCl produced. First decode the equation. How to decode? First write HCl. How much you are taking? 1 mole. HCl 1 mole. Right? NaOH. How much you are taking? How much here taking? As per the equation. First write as per the equation. Right? So NaOH how much? 1 mole. Right? 1 mole. Okay. And NaCl as per the equation 1 mole. And H2O as per the equation 1 mole. Okay. HCl as per the equation. Sorry, H2O as per the equation 1 mole. Okay. Now the question what we need mass. Question what we need mass. Right? So what he has given 80 grams. 80 grams of NaOH he has given. So 80 grams NaOH means 80 grams NaOH means how many moles, that we will calculate. 80 grams NaOH means how many moles, that we calculate. So here we need to convert moles to mass. Here we need to convert moles to mass. So what is the formula to convert the moles to mass? So mass to moles. Here we are converting mass to moles, right? We are converting NaOH mass to NaOH moles. So what is the formula we have? Moles equal to mass by molar mass, right? Moles equal to mass by molar mass, right? In the question he has given 80 grams. Molar mass of NaOH is 40. So if you calculate, so 2 moles of NaOH is coming. If you calculate, 2 moles of NaOH is coming, right? So now we have calculated the NaOH moles. From this NaOH moles, we need to calculate the remaining compounds moles also. I repeat, first in the question, decode, all 1 moles are coming. They have given 80 grams of NaOH. From that NaOH, we need to calculate the mass of the HCl and mass of the NaCl, right? So first everything change into the moles. And then calculate the mass. First everything change to moles and then calculate the mass. Here I know the mass of the NaOH. So if I calculate the moles of the NaOH, 2 moles of coming, right? So 1 mole of NaOH requires 1 mole of HCl. So 2 mole of NaOH requires 2 moles of HCl. Okay. Here 1 mole of NaOH produces 1 mole of NaCl. So 2 moles of NaOH produces 2 moles of NaCl. Okay. And then 1 mole of NaOH is producing 1 mole of water molecule. So 2 moles of NaOH produces 2 moles of water molecule. So here I am not mentioning the states. Just I am giving the raw reaction and I am solving the problem. Okay. So finally what we got, 2 moles of NaOH requires 2 moles of HCl and produces 2 moles of NaCl and 2 moles of water molecule, right? So now we need to calculate the mass. I am rubbing over here. I am rubbing it, right? I am rubbing it. The 2 moles I am directly writing over here. 2 moles. Okay. Now what I need? I need to calculate the mass of the HCl. So molar masses I will write here. NaOH is 40. HCl is 36.5. Okay. NaCl is 58.5. NaCl is 58.5. Okay. Now we have calculated the moles, but what we need? We need the mass of the HCl and we need mass of the NaCl produced. So what we are doing here, we are converting mass to moles. We are converting moles to mass. We are converting moles to mass. What is the formula we have to convert the moles to mass? N equal to weight by molar mass. So here also we need to convert moles to mass. What is the formula we have? Moles equal to weight by molar mass. Okay, substitute over here. Here we have N equal to 2 moles. We need to calculate the weight. The molar mass of HCl is 36.5, right? So the weight of the HCl required is 73 grams. Weight of the HCl required is 73 grams. Here we will calculate N equal to 2 moles. Weight of the NaCl we need. The molar mass of NaCl is 58.5. If you calculate 58.5, it is 117 grams is coming. 117 grams is coming. I repeat how to solve. First write the equation. First decode the equation. 1 mole of HCl reacts with 1 mole of NaOH and forms 1 mole of NaCl and water, right? After writing in the question, he has given the grams. These grams I converted into moles. For everything I got 2 moles. Finally, he asked what is the mass of the HCl and what is the mass of the NaCl. So I need to convert here moles to mass. I know the formula, moles equal to weight by molar mass. So I substituted the values over here and I got the mass for HCl and I got the mass for NaCl, right? So I will solve one more equation, then you will get clear idea. All your confusion will be gone. Observe carefully this reaction. Okay. So simple reaction I will take. So N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3. So if I mention the states, N2 gas, H2 gas, 2NH3 liquid. In chemical reaction, we are going to study details about the states and everything, and why two arrows that we are going to study in chemical reactions, right? In reversible reactions. Now just observe this reaction, right? If I take, so if a question like this, so suppose if I take this as 28 grams. In question, I take as 28 grams. So I asked you, what are the mass of the hydrogen needed and what is the mass of ammonia produced in the chemical reaction? I will write that question over here. What is the mass of H2 needed or required and mass of NH3 produced when 56 grams of nitrogen involved in the reaction. Suppose they have given the question like this. What is the mass of H2 required and mass of NH3 produced when 56 grams of N2 involved in the reaction, right? So first we can do like this, right? First decode the reaction. N2 H2 NH3, right? N2 1 mole, H2 as per the equation 3 moles and NH3 2 moles. First write as per the equation. Next, as per the question, right? They have given the N2 moles. They asked us to calculate the mass of the hydrogen and mass of the ammonia, right? So first here in the question they have given the mass of the nitrogen. So how much mass he has given? 56 grams. We need to convert the mass into the moles. In the question he has given 56 grams. We need to convert that into moles. What is the formula we have? Moles equal to weight by molar mass, right? So he has given 56 grams, right? The molar mass of the nitrogen is 14. If you calculate, 4 moles is coming. Now we have calculated the moles of the nitrogen. Next, see the relation. For 1 mole of nitrogen, 3 moles of H2 is required. But 4 moles of nitrogen, 12 moles of H2 is required. Okay, repeat. For 1 mole of nitrogen, 3 moles of H2 is required. For 4 moles of nitrogen, 12 moles of H2 is required. Here again, for 3 moles of hydrogen, 2 moles of NH3 is producing. For 3 moles of hydrogen, from nitrogen we need to check the values. For 1 mole of nitrogen, 2 moles of ammonia is producing. So don't bother about the H2. He has given the nitrogen moles. He has given the nitrogen moles. We need to build the relationship with nitrogen only. Don't bother about H2. H2 we are calculating, right? So that's why always, if suppose he has given hydrogen moles, then you need to build the relation from H2 to nitrogen and NH3. Here he has given since he has given the moles of the nitrogen, we need to build the relation from nitrogen to hydrogen and from nitrogen to ammonia. I hope your students understand this. Okay. So now here moles equal to, we have calculated the nitrogen moles. For 1 mole of nitrogen, we need 3 moles of hydrogen. But as per the calculation, we got 4 moles of nitrogen. So for 4 moles of nitrogen, if you calculate, 12 moles of hydrogen is required. And if you calculate here, sir, 1 mole of nitrogen, 2 moles of ammonia is produced. For here, 4 moles of nitrogen, 8 moles of ammonia is producing. 8 moles of ammonia is producing. I hope I just repeat. First, take the nitrogen reaction. Just write the moles, right? So 1 mole, 3 mole, 2 mole. Then in the question, they have given 56 grams of nitrogen. This 56 grams of nitrogen convert into the moles. So 4 moles is coming, right? From nitrogen, they asked us to calculate the hydrogen and amount of ammonia. So build a relation, frame a relation that as per the equation, we have 1 mole for 1 mole of nitrogen. For 1 mole of nitrogen, 3 moles of H2 is required. But as per the question, we have 4 moles of nitrogen. That's why 12 moles of H2 is required, right? Here, for as per the equation, for 1 mole of nitrogen, 2 moles of ammonia is producing. But in question, we got the 4 moles of nitrogen. If we calculate, 8 moles of ammonia is getting produced. But we need masses. So first, right, we need to calculate the masses. So these moles I am writing over here. 4 moles, 12 moles, 8 moles, right? But I need the mass of the hydrogen and ammonia. So what is the formula? We have to convert the mass into the moles. Moles equal to weight by molar mass. So what are the moles of the hydrogen over here? 12. Weight by molar mass of hydrogen is 12. We are getting 24 grams. Here what is coming here? We have 8 moles of ammonia. Weight molar mass of ammonia is 17, right? So if you calculate 17 into 8, so we are getting 126 grams of ammonia. I hope you clear this. We will solve one more question relating to these equations, then you will get very clear idea, right? So I will solve one more question. H2 plus half O2 gives rise to H2O. Suppose question is given like this, right? So what is the mass of O2 required? What is the mass of O2 required, right? And mass of H2O produced when we take 8 grams of, or else we'll take 64 grams, right? 64 grams of oxygen. 64 grams of oxygen. So what is the mass of O2 required and mass of H2O produced when we take 64 grams of oxygen? First decode the equation. Hydrogen, oxygen, H2O, right? Here 1 mole, here half mole, here 1 mole, right? 1 mole, oxygen is half mole, H2O is 1 mole. Okay, now what you need to do? Now, as per the question, you need to calculate the moles. As per the question, in the question here, they have given the 64 grams, right? So, 64 gram means how many moles that you need to calculate. For that, we have the formula moles equal to weight by molar mass, N equal to weight they have given 64, oxygen molecule you can take, oxygen molecule. So, oxygen molecule molar mass is 32. So, we have 2 moles over here. We have 2 moles over here for oxygen. So now calculate so he has given in the question oxygen moles. So we need to relate the oxygen moles with hydrogen moles and H2O moles, right? So as per the chemical equation, for half mole of oxygen, 1 mole of hydrogen is producing. So if you calculate, here it is getting doubled. So here also it will be doubled. For 2 moles of oxygen, 4 moles of H2 will be required. Here also it is getting doubled. For half mole, 1 mole of H2O is producing. So here also it is getting double. So for 2 moles, it will give 4 moles of water molecule, right? 4 moles of water molecule. I am rubbing over here and writing here, right? So here 4 moles, 2 moles, and 4 moles, right? 4 moles. So, but what we need? We need the grams. We need the grams of the hydrogen and we need the grams of the water molecule. So, write moles equal to weight by molar mass. We have the formula. Moles they have given as 2. Weight. Oxygen molar mass is 32. Right? Oxygen molar mass is 32. So, we are getting 64 grams. Right? We have calculated the weight of the oxygen required. We also need to calculate the weight of the H2O produced. For that, what we'll do? Moles equal to weight by molar mass, right? So 4 moles we are getting over here. Weight we need to calculate. The molar mass of water is 18, right? So we'll get here 72 grams. Okay, 72 grams. So in this way, we need to calculate when any mass of the question is given and he will ask us to calculate other masses, we need to proceed in this way. So in next videos, we are going to do advanced level concept in mole concept, right? So mole concept is quite confusing. That's why I am doing small videos with simple questions, right? In the coming videos, I promise you, I will do the more complicated advanced level problems. I will solve you. If you really like this video, kindly share and subscribe. Thank you.